What's up, Tack fans? This is again the Thrift Adventures crew coming back at you guys with another video. I am Romel, and in this episode we will share with you the top 10 shoe brands that have sold for us in the month of February. So stay tuned and let's get right down to it. Okay guys, so I am sharing my screen with you guys here, and the first item on the list is a pair of Magnannis. Magnanni is a very expensive high-end clothing brand, and we saw this one in our Goodwill up in Yuba City. It was just sitting there on the shelf. No one was even touching it. No one was even looking at it. Average price pickup for the cost for us for this item was $8.37. Sold for $112.49. We netted profit $80.86 for this item. It's an Oxford, meaning the style of the lacing there, and also a cap toe, and it's got this really cool weave basket pattern thing, which made it a lot more desirable, I guess. After doing a little bit of research on this, I researched the style number here, 11133. I didn't really find anything at first, and then I just kind of asked around, but I was told that the retail price for these shoes were around $900 brand new. So the buyer obviously did not have any problem paying $112 for it, because it's obviously a lot cheaper. It's got some wear. I don't know if you guys can see that the toe section there kind of has a crease, and it started to bend up just a little bit, but not an issue. It's got some minor scuffs and marks from previous wear, but no issues at all. Buyer was fairly happy with it, and didn't have any problem paying $112 for it. So we were pretty happy with that flip. So the next one is Nike Ultra Flight Air Zoom 305515-001. This is a pair of basketball shoes. I believe this is the same model that a famous basketball player used to wear before, and I believe it's Gary Payton. I could be mistaken. I used to watch a lot of NBA, but not so much anymore these days. So these were fairly popular. We listed them and got a ton of views and watchers within like the next 2 hours after listing it, and it sold within like a week and a half. So we were fairly happy with that. The average cost price for this for us was again $8.37. Sold for $98.99, and we profited $65.74 net. This one was fairly good shape. Hardly any scuffs and marks. The bottom was still in really great condition as well. Plenty of tread left and life there, as you guys can see. So yeah, buyer even left a really good feedback for this pair. We were fairly happy with this. We don't typically buy a whole lot of Nikes. It has to be something, pretty special like this one. But a lot of the Nikes that we see are just like overly priced in every Goodwill store that we go to, because they're common, and I think Goodwill is starting to catch up on that. And I can't find a pair of Nikes, whether it's running or basketball shoes, in any of our Goodwills for less than 15 bucks. unless it's in like a really, really bad condition, like really beat up condition, then they might put it up still for 10, you know. So, um, but for something like this, when I saw it, it was in fairly good shape. Original price tag was like, I think $18, but after we averaged everything out for that week, it came down to about $8.37. So really good profit there. The next one is Keen. For those of you who don't know, Keen is just a phenomenal brand. Um, we love Keens. Every time we see them in our thrift stores, we pick them up, and then we at least comp it out just to make sure that we can still make profit on this. For this particular style, the Targi 2, it sold for $84.55. Our cost average for this one, you guys will not believe it, $3.49. And that was because they were having a sale in one of the thrift stores that we went to during the week that we picked this up. So this one ended up averaging out at less than $4. So again, sold for $84.55, and we net profit $52.95 after shipping and all of that. So great pickup there. Keen is well sought after. There's a lot of followers with the brand. It's a really strong brand. And if it's in such a good condition, such as this one here, it's a no-brainer. Pick it up. Even if it costs, $15, $20 for one, go ahead and pick it up, and I'm pretty sure you can sell it for 60 and up. So the regular price tag on this one was $18 at the thrift store that we went to, and they were having a half off, so we got it for $9. And then the average for that week just ended up being under $4, $3.49. So pretty happy with this pickup here. But Keen, always be on the lookout for them. They're almost like a no-brainer if it's in really great shape, such as this one. So the next one here is Allen Edmonds, and just like Keen's, we love Allen Edmonds. Every time we see them in the thrift stores, we always at least pick it up and comp it out. If it's a style that we are not very familiar with yet, we'll go ahead and pick it up and at least go to the corner of the thrift store somewhere and then check out the comps, see what they're selling for. But a lot of the Allen Edmonds that we have, they just sell. This one, average price was $8.37. Sold for $64.75, and we profited $35.76. Again, this is an Oxford style of dress shoes with a cap toe, and it's a fairly great size 11 extra wide, the triple E there, right? So anytime you guys can get Allen Edmonds in really great shape, such as this one, there's some minor scuffs here and marks. The bottom barely had any wear, except for a little bit of a heel drag maybe towards the heel there. But this one turned out to be a really great pickup for us. So again, Allen Edmonds, check them out. Their loafer style dress shoes do well as well. But anything Allen Edmonds really is worth picking up and taking a look at. So next one here is another dress shoes. This one is from Mezlan. Average pickup price was $8.37. It's sold not for $75.75 or 55 cents here, because we had sent an offer to the multiple interested buyers. And the reason for that was because it was in our store for about a month and a half, and it just wasn't going. And there were a lot of views, a lot of people watching them. I think it had like 6 or 8 watchers or something like that, but nobody was pulling the trigger. And I kind of had the feeling that it's because we were asking for too much, maybe. And so I lowered it by $10, $65, and then bam, Someone finally pulled the trigger and bought it for 65 bucks. Still a great pickup. We picked it up for, again, the average cost was $8.37. We netted $35.20 for this pair. This again was in awesome shape. Square toe, slip-on, loafer style dress shoes, and it's got some little bit of scuffs, but not too much. Bottom still in great shape there. Yeah, this turned out to be a really great pickup. But Mezlan is a great brand. It's a strong brand. It's made in Spain, I believe, but they can take a while to sell. We have another pair that is similar to this one, but it's got the tassels on them, and it's more of a rounded toe as opposed to a square toe. And we've had that one for like 4 months now, and no one is still buying it. So just be prepared. If you were to pick up a pair of Maslin, do your research on it. Make sure you can profit on it, for one, and two, just kind of get a feel of when was the last one sold. When was the last 2 or 3 pairs that were sold. And for us, we don't have a problem sticking around with it for too long, but if it's longer than 8 or 9 months, then we start kind of scratching our head a little bit, and then we'll start lowering the prices down just so that it can make room in our garage. So be on the lookout, Mezlan, and then the style name there is Cambio. And again, great size 11 medium. The next one is a pair of men's ski boots. I believe it's pronounced Alpina or Alpina. This one is brand new with tags, but it has some cosmetic flaws. And let me see if I can get the pictures of it. There you go. Yeah, so here, I don't know what happened, but something got stuck on it. Maybe like some stickers or something. I'm not really sure. But more of a cosmetic flaw, really. Nothing major. It still functioned according to what I saw. Everything looked brand new, except for those 2 small cosmetic flaws. And so we listed it. We saw the comps comping out at around 75, or somewhere even up to like 85. But since this one had flaws, we went ahead and listed it for about $57. The average cost price for this one for us was $8.37. Sold for $56.65. We netted $33.46. So still not a bad pickup. And buyer was actually fairly happy with this pickup, and they bought it with no problems. And with our shoes, we don't typically put best offers anymore, because we used to do it all the time, but we just kind of got tired of people trying to send us low ball offers and responding to them. So we made a commitment that from here on out, if they're not selling after a while, we will send the offer and see if the interested buyers are interested in picking it up. But we don't typically put best offer in our shoes anymore. There are still some out there from our previous listings from a while ago that still has it, but with anything from 2 months ago, they will not have best offers anymore, just because we got tired of responding to the low ball offers. So Alpina or Alpina ski boots, it's specialized, so be on the lookout for that as well. They may not be in season anymore, so I doubt that there's going to be a whole lot of them in thrift stores these days, but I would say wait until spring or summer, especially in the summertime, because people are just trying to clear out their attic or their garage, and this might be one of those items that might be in that lot, and they'll just donate the whole thing. So I believe this is what happened here. But we just ended up being lucky picking it up still in the wintertime. So took about maybe a month and a half for this. We hung on to it for about a month and a half, and then it sold. So next one is a pair of Crocs, unisex 204283 sandals or clogs, slippers. This one has a really unique pattern of the red chili peppers there, and it is brand new with tags. Ended up picking this up at a local Goodwill in Sacramento, and it was just sitting there. And people touched it and looked at it, but they didn't want it. Ended up not buying it. They put it right back. So I swooped in, picked it up, and put it right in my cart. And we typically don't get a whole lot of Crocs. But for this one, I figured that the tag was still there. It's at least worth looking into, and thank God we did. The average pickup price for this for us was $9.13. Sold for $57.55. We netted $28.47 for these. So great pickup there, brand new with tags. If you see Crocs with brand new with the tags on it, pick them up. At least do a comp check on it and see how well it does. Next one again is a pair of Keen. This is their H2 Newport sport sandals, fishing sandals. Again, size 11, great size for men's. This was picked up in our local Thrifty Bargain, I believe, thrift store in our local thrift shop here in Yuba City. And we ended up picking this up on Sunday during their half off day. And this one sold for $49.45. Average cost price of $8.37. We net profit of $24.20. So not bad, not bad at all. We always want the goal of $15 net profit and above. If it's going to be less than that, sometimes it's just not really worth our time. But sometimes we still end up with those, because sometimes items just don't move along as fast enough. And sometimes we are forced to lower the price down to keep interested buyers to buy them, because sometimes you just got to make those kind of offers, guys. You got to lower your prices down a little bit and make it much more interesting for the buyers to at least bite and pull the trigger. I know we will always want to keep a high profit margin, but if you can afford it, I say go ahead and do it. We do it typically once a month. If an item doesn't sell for a month or more, then we start lowering the price or we start sending offers. This one stood around for about 3 weeks or maybe even up to a month. But yeah, it sold no problem, and buyer even left a fairly good feedback on this one. Bottom there still looks great. Didn't do a whole lot of cleaning there. And yeah, Keen, can't go wrong with Keens. Keens always do well for us. So the next pair is a pair of Tommy Bahama loafers. The style name is called Pompeii or Pompeii. It's driving loafers, as a matter of fact. Really good condition with this one, and again the size, really great size 13M, medium width. Anything that has a bigger size typically sells well for us on eBay. So even if it's like a size 14 or 15, people will look at us crazy sometimes because they're like, what are you doing with a size 15, but we'll go ahead and pick it up and still sell it because, it's almost like a specialty pair of shoes, really, because it might be costing the buyer more if they were to buy it at retail. So bigger sizes cost more because there's a lot more material involved, right? So anytime we see a big size pair of shoes and it's a good brand like this, Tommy Bahama, we'll go ahead and pick it up. Average cost price for this for us was $5.94. Sold for $40.45. Net profit of $22.65. So really great pickup. This is so this is the driving. What makes it a driving loafers is because of the rubber part here on the back of the heel, and that is the part that rests on the floor on the driver's side when people are driving. Hence the name why it's called driving loafers. So, but yeah, this one lasted or stuck around in our eBay store for maybe 2.5 weeks, and it sold fairly quickly. So pretty happy with that. So the last pair here is another pair of loafers, Mephisto Air. I wasn't really familiar with this at first when we picked it up. Picked it up at the Carmichael Goodwill, I believe, or maybe Orangeville. Had some minor cosmetic flaws. It had some discoloration here on the toes. It's got some markings and scratches on them from normal previous wear, but I mean, nothing too major. And then after I did some research, I was really shocked that it was still selling for around, $60 to $65. But the people who had their listings that were very similar to mine, the condition was much better. So I decided to put it right around $50. We waited for about maybe 2.5 weeks again for this one, and it sold. Average cost price was a little high on this, $9.87. Sold for $50.35. We still net profited $21.39. So pretty happy with the pickup there. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys took notes. More videos to come very soon. And this is the reason why we like doing shoes, because as you guys can see here, very, very profitable margins. The margins are much, much better compared to when we were just doing clothes but no shoes. But now that we have thrown shoes into the mix of our eBay store, we are very, very happy with the numbers. So once again, thank you for watching. If you guys have any concerns or comments, please comment and subscribe. And until the next video, guys, take care.